I'm Will from Ken's Sewing Center. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Handi Quilter Infinity 26-inch long arm quilting machine on the Handi Quilter Gallery 2 frame. Now, with this machine, we'll go ahead and start right down here at the needle. Might be kind of hard to see in the video, but it is going to have a laser light that points directly where the needle is going to hit. That's going to help you make sure you start in the exact spot you want to on your quilt, or if you have a thread break, something like that, you need to start over, you'll be able to start right back where you left off. Another thing on this machine is it has a light LED light ring right above the needle, and it's also going to have light strips that run the entire length of the throat space. That's really going to help illuminate whatever you're working on, make sure you can see it well. Move up here to these handlebars. These are completely adjustable. All we have to do is loosen that lever. We can move the handlebars in or out, tilt them up or down. Just make sure it's comfortable for you, completely customizable. Now moving up here, this tablet right here comes with the Pro Stitcher software, which is Handi Quilter's robotics. You can buy the machine without the robotics, you just won't get this screen. You're still going to get a very large touch screen, just not quite this big. You've got full control over your machine off of this screen right here. We can switch from regulated to manual quilting modes. We can change our stitches per inch. You can customize your lock stitch to be exactly the number of stitches you want. You can program it to end in either the needle up or down position. Now here's two things I really like about this Handi Quilter. One is going to be the digital tension gauge. It's not like on other quilting machines where when you turn the tension knob, you're just blindly turning it and you have no idea where it's actually set. This one actually gives you a number. I know for the thread I'm working with right now, it needs to be set at 45. If I move to a thicker or thinner thread, I can adjust it, but I'll know exactly where it's going to be set at. Next thing right here is going to be the low bobbin alarm. Most long arm quilters do not have this. You have to constantly check your bobbin thread to make sure you're not going to run out. On these machines, it's going to tell you when you're about to run out. That way you don't have to worry about having stitched the last 10 minutes with no bobbin thread and having to pick all that stuff out. Another great feature on this machine that I have not seen on any other long arm quilter is going to be the Underside Camera. So whenever you're quilting, you know you're going to want to check and see what the back side of your quilt looks like. Make sure your tension's not messed up. Make sure that your stitches look just as good on the back as it does on the front. Nobody wants to climb under their quilt frame to look and see what they look like. So Handi Quilter solved that problem. I just press this camera button right here. So what we're looking at right here is a view from underneath the quilt frame. This camera is mounted just to the left of the needle plate. So I'm going to stitch a little bit and you'll be able to see as I move, you'll actually see the stitches here. I'll go ahead and stop right there. So you can see right here, this is what my stitches look like on the underside of my quilt. So my tension's looking pretty good, not really anything I need to adjust there. But if you did have eyelashes, any kind of tension issues, you would be able to catch it right at the beginning. That way you don't end up quilting this whole section and then have to go back and redo it. Another thing this machine's going to have on it is going to be electronic channel locks. Now on most other machines they have manual channel locks. It just clamps it down to the frame. There's still a little bit of wiggle room there. With these, it's going to completely lock up the machine to where you can only move it one direction. If you're wanting straight lines, you can lock it to where the machine will only move back and forth, or it'll only move left and right. This machine also has a thread break sensor. Now that is going to be very rare for long arm quilters. Most companies that are building these don't throw that feature in. I think it's great that Handi Quilter did, especially if you're running it with robotics. That is a great feature to have. Now when we move to the back of the machine, here's some other stuff Handi Quilter throws in with this. It is going to come with the rear handlebars, the rear touch screen, and the laser light for doing pantographs. All of that is included with the machine. It is not an extra purchase, so it saves you some money, keeps you from having to buy more accessories. The way the rear handles and the laser light are going to work, right here, I've got my pantograph set up. Just a little design we printed off. Point the laser wherever you want to start, and then we work the machine from the rear the same way we do from the front. The handlebar setup is exactly the same. We just tap start. And just trace a design. Now, using the laser light with pantographs is a great thing for beginners, especially if you're not used to using a long arm quilter. This just kind of helps you get the movements down, helps make you more comfortable with the machine, and helps you to be able to make good designs right from the beginning. Now, the frame we have this machine set up on is the Handi Quilter Gallery 2. You can either get this frame in a 10-foot configuration or in a 12-foot configuration. Just like with the machine, Handi Quilter threw in a bunch of extra features with the frame that most companies would charge you extra for. First thing is going to be this second take-up bar right here in the back. That allows you to keep your quilt at the perfect distance away from the bed of the machine so you don't have to adjust it. You have also got a batting bar that comes with it. You don't have to pay extra for that. It comes with it standard. With the bungee clamps that come with it, it's going to have 3 on each side. Most companies will only have 2 on each side. They give you 3 just so you can put more tension on your quilt, help eliminate bounce. With the Handi quilters, just like anything else you buy from Ken's, if you ever need help or have a question, all you have to do is call us. We have got 4 factory-trained technicians on staff at all times. Any one of them will be more than happy to help you. If you have a question that we just can't help you with over the phone, we can work it out to where we can Skype with you, FaceTime. I'll come stand out in front of this machine while I'm walking you through a repair or a question you have with yours. We're here for you anytime. All you have to do is call.